Getting the pan hot, there's butter in there. If it browns, okay. If it doesn't brown, that's all right too. Putting some salt. Pepper. Turn it over to the other side. While I'm doing this, I will tell you, there's these 7-ounce boneless pork loin chops only cost me 75 cents each, because I buy the whole pork loin, cut them up, divide the 21 pork into the price, and 75 cents a piece. Thank you, Costco. So, without using your hands, you don't want to get them a little sticky. Dust it in flour, and don't be cheap, because this flour that's on here is going to help make the sauce. We don't have to make a roux. This will thicken up the chicken stock or the pork neck bone stock, or whatever kind of pork stock you can make. A little left over, but that's how it always is. Now we're going to brown this on both sides. We just saute it, and that's it. Well, it's going to get brown because there's the butter. And after this, I'm going to leave the butter in there. It's going to give it a nice nutty flavor later. Then we're going to put the vegetables. I was going to add garlic to this, but I changed my mind because I'm using horseradish. And for me, I don't know. I don't think the horseradish and the garlic work well together. Horseradish is so strong, and that's the flavor we're looking for. And we have the hot stock, whether it's veal bone stock, pork bone stock, neck bones, which I've done, or chicken stock. It's hot on the other side of the stove with the heavy cream in it already. So that's already hot. This won't take long. I'm only going to look at one side of this, and then I'm going to turn it over, shut off the film because it's boring just looking at that, and then lower the flame. Don't mind me, I'm chewing a carrot. They're so good, those fresh carrots. Let's turn this over. It's kind of like when you saute with flour, how it comes out. So what? So it's gluten. You know what they say, happens, excuse me. This is about 2 minutes later. See how bouncy it is? We're going to take it out and immediately put in, I was only going to use onions. So why am I using celery and carrots? Mainly for the color. Sure, it gives off a little flavor, but I want the sauce to look nice. And the spinach in the sauce will go in like the last 20 seconds. Now, I'm not going to cut up the spinach. Pardon me, carrots are stuck in my throat. So I'm going to cook this very slow. This will take about 3-4 minutes. I want to make them soft. Get all the juices out of them, the flavor, and then we'll continue. Don't complain about me making noise. Now we're going to put the, it's been about 3-4 minutes. Nice, slow cooking, as you see. Put the pork, which is still very rare, in there. I'm going to add the vino that I'm using. We found this in the closet, didn't know what it was, and all of a sudden after we opened it up and tasted it, it has bubbles in it. And it has a nice flavor. Somebody gave this to us. So 3/4 of a cup. See how bubbles? Let that work in there. Raise the flame. Just move it around a little. Then we're going to throw in the stock with the, just another second, get that alcohol out of it. Let's see if I can ignite that. If it was brandy, it would go up immediately. This won't. It'll just make a mess. High flame for a minute just to reduce this. Let me get the stock. It should be firm, but you see it still bounces a lot. And now you add, what you're looking at in there is mainly butter. Now we're serving this with broccoli and some egg noodles, which are right over here. This. I'm going to rapidly let this cook to let it reduce. Okay, so this is a high flame. This is going to reduce, pick up the flavor of the pork, finish cooking the pork. This will take about 5 minutes. Let me add the horseradish. And tomorrow, we're going to have short ribs of beef for dinner, and I'm going to make a recipe because I don't even know if I have one. Even if I do, I'll just change it up a little. That's been a few minutes of cooking, but it's still a little, firming up, so we're going to take the temperature because I'm going to take it out. In a second. I know this test is a little big, but just go into it Is this one not working? Let me see. Put it right there. That's too slow. Let's try this one. Bear with me. Now that's moving. So we're looking for 160 degrees. I don't want 160 yet because, excuse me, I'm taking the pork out. Let this reduce until it's just enough for the two items. Let's let this move up. Put it right on the pan. I know this is wasting film, but you know what? You learn as you go. And we're in no rush because it's reducing and it's not that hot. How can this not read? That's boiling liquid. It has to go up to 212. There we go. She's rising. I don't know why I say she. Now I'm going to put it into the pork. You don't stick it all the way through, you want the center of it. So we still have a ways to go, which is good. So now I'm not in trouble here. I'll take the pork out. Let that reduce, like I said, until it gets to the thickness. That could take 10, 12 minutes. This had simmered down to this. Look how nice that is. It's not watery, it's just right to put over. And I'm glad I put the celery and the carrots in there. Now we're going to put the spinach in there. Lay the pork right on top. And that pork juice that was in the tray. Cover it up. And wait a few minutes. So this will take about another 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, filming. That's what we're doing. And look, firm, firm, firm. We're done. Gotta put that right there. Get some of that sauce. Put it right over the top. And also just finish it up with some broad noodles. Not so broad. And there we go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it.